It's the Slapz. We gon' hit you with and Trapz radio podcast.
Let's get it.
Powered by the Slap God, C. Austin, the DJ.
Real quick, Fingerz, while we talking about Louis, man, it's just funny you should say that, because that was, I promise you, that's what I was trying to ask you. Like, I hear all these stories about how just a stand-up guy Louis is. You know, I got a lot of partners and homeboys in the Bay, you know what I'm saying? So right. I always do my homework on shit. And one thing everybody all said was, not besides just Hammer, but I always say Hammer and his brother was some real niggas. Like, I'm talking, you know what I mean when I say real niggas, you know what I'm saying? So talk to me about Louis for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Just being a stand-up dude, you know what I'm saying? If you got a chance to.
Not only a stand-up dude, and actually I'm more closer to Louis today than I was back when I was in the group. And there was a reason for that. I was a knucklehead back when we started. You know, I'm like 18, 19 years old. From the east side of Detroit, east side of Davidson, and I don't really have any respect for niggas that are just people. I don't give a fuck how much money you got, whatever. So I used to bump heads with a lot of people who felt like in their mind they had authority because they had status and money. And I used to bump heads with that. So when Louis would say, we need y'all to do this, and I'd be like, I'm not doing that shit. And they would always be like, what the fuck is going on with Fingerz? But to Louis' respect, he showed a lot of patience with me. I think he grew, and I know for a certainty he grew to have a lot of respect for me. And we end up becoming real cool to where I can call him any day right now. And if I need something, he got me. But Louis was one who demanded respect. He comes from the era of the Black Panthers, which he's from Oakland, so that's where the birth of the Black Panthers. That's where the birth of Black Panthers come from. So from that whole revolutionary mindset, that's Louis, and he demanded respect. You know, you would know when Louis was coming because if people would sit up straight. We on tour. We wilding out. We doing this and that. But if Louis gonna be at a date, everybody's making sure they on time for sound check. You know, because he held the purse. You know, you wanted your per diem, and you ain't want to be looking like a fool or have to sit in the office with Louis and explain yourself.
Like should before should.
Oh, and I gotta say this since you brought it up. I can recall many times where we just in the office with Louis and Suge is calling. Like, I don't understand what this means on this contract. What I'm supposed to do? And Louis is talking to Suge like he's some little fella. But understandably, Louis had more knowledge contractually and understanding the business than Suge did back then. So Louis was like a mentor to Suge, a silent mentor, because you would think that Suge was just big gangster the regulated shit, but really, if you think about it, like you said, Louis was the Suge before it was a Suge. And that's pretty much what I got to say about Lou.
That's what's up, man. I always wanted to know. I said whenever I got the chance to ask you, I was gonna ask you. You know what I'm saying? You just confirmed what I already knew, but hearing it from the horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That just put a stamp. Shout out to OG Louis, man.
It's the Slapz. We gon' hit you with and Trapz radio podcast.
Let's get it.
Powered by the Slap God, C. Austin, the DJ.